The grass stopped moving. The wind died mid-breath. She felt the lion before she saw it. Her hand froze on the rifle. Heartbeat thundered in her ears. Eyes locked with death. The lion stepped forward, muscles rolling under golden fur. Not hunting, challenging. She didn't run. Running meant prey. She stood still. The lion growled low, a warning meant to break her. It didn't. Her boots sank into dry soil, finger resting near the trigger. Time slowed. The lion charged. Dust exploded beneath its paws. Pure power unleashed. She raised the rifle, breathing controlled. One mistake meant death. She fired into the ground. A warning shot. The lion didn't stop. She rolled aside. Claws sliced air inches from her. Heat rushed past. The lion skidded, turned fast. Too fast. Predator intelligence. She dropped the rifle, knife already in hand. Close combat now. The lion roared. Sound shook her bones. Fear screamed. She ignored it. She slashed as it lunged. Blade met fur. Blood sprayed. The lion recoiled, enraged. Pain fueled it. Danger doubled. She backed toward tall grass. Visibility dropping. A trap forming. The lion vanished into grass. Silence returned. Worst sign. Her eyes scanned slowly. Sweat burned her skin. Every nerve alive. The grass shifted behind her. Too late. Impact. She hit the ground hard. Air knocked out. Weight crushing her. The lion's jaws snapped inches away. Hot breath on her face. Seconds left. She drove the knife upward. Deep. A scream tore the air. The lion jumped back. Bleeding, furious, still alive. She crawled, grabbed the rifle, hands shaking, focus forced. The lion circled now, smarter, learning. She stood again, blood on her arm, eyes steady. The lion charged again, no warning this time, pure kill instinct. She fired. Bullet hit shoulder. The lion tumbled. Dust settled. The lion rose anyway, unstoppable. She switched weapons, sidearm up, last option. The lion leaped, mid-air, massive. She fired twice, point blank. Impact shook both. They crashed together, pain everywhere, chaos. She stabbed again, closer than ever, breath mixing. The lion collapsed beside her, chest heaving, still dangerous. She rolled away, gun trained, finger tight. The lion tried to stand, failed, growled weakly. She waited, didn't rush, survival discipline. The lion fell still, dust drifting, silence returned. She stayed frozen, 30 seconds, then breathed, hands trembling, weapon lowered, alive. She checked her surroundings. No second predator, no mercy here. Blood dripped onto the soil, some hers, some not. She wrapped her wound, pain sharp, mind sharper. She looked at the lion, respect, not triumph, nature's rule. The wind returned slowly. Grass moved again. The world resumed. She walked away. No celebration, only survival. Every step hurt. Every breath mattered. Still moving. Her vehicle appeared ahead, salvation made of metal. Distance closing. She reached it, turned once more. Memory locked. When the lion finally stopped moving, the world did not explode into relief. It didn't celebrate her survival or acknowledge the impossible odds she had just faced. Instead, the savanna returned to itself with cruel indifference. The grass swayed again. The wind brushed past her skin. Somewhere far away, birds resumed their calls as if nothing extraordinary had occurred. And in that moment, she understood a truth that only survival teaches. Nature does not remember your fear, your courage, or your pain. It only continues. She stood there longer than necessary, weapons still raised, muscles locked tight, heart pounding like it was trying to escape her chest. Training and instinct kept her frozen, because in the wild, certainty is rare. Death comes in seconds, but survival demands patience. Only when the silence remained unbroken did she allow herself to breathe fully. That breath felt unfamiliar, almost undeserved. The lion had not been evil. It had not been cruel in the way humans define cruelty. It was hunger, territory, instinct, pure and unfiltered, and yet facing it had forced her into a place where morality vanished and only choice remained. Run and become prey, stand and accept the cost. She chose the harder path, not because she wanted to fight, but because she understood the rules of the wild. Fear does not disappear when danger arrives. It sharpens or destroys you. That day, it sharpened her. As she lowered her weapon, the weight of what had happened settled into her bones. Her hands trembled, not from weakness, but from release. The body always reacts after the mind finishes surviving. Pain began to announce itself in waves: the burn of torn skin, the ache of impact, the deep exhaustion that comes from pushing beyond limits you never wanted to test. Every injury was a reminder that survival is never clean. It always leaves a mark. She looked at the lion one last time, not with triumph, not with hatred, but with respect. Respect for its power, respect for the fact that it had nearly ended her life. In that stillness, she recognized how thin the line truly is between dominance and vulnerability. One moment, the lion was unstoppable force. The next, it was part of the land it once ruled. That realization was sobering, not empowering. It stripped away any illusion of control. Survival does not make you invincible. It makes you aware. As she began the slow walk back toward her vehicle, every step felt deliberate. The savanna no longer looked the same. What once seemed open and calm now felt layered with hidden threats. Shadows carried meaning, sounds demanded attention. Survival rewires perception, turning the world into a constant equation of risk and response. This was not fear controlling her, it was awareness guiding her. She knew this encounter would follow her long after the dust washed from her clothes and the wounds faded into scars. It would surface in quiet moments, in dreams, in the instinctive way her body would tense at sudden movement. Trauma does not always scream. Sometimes it whispers, reminding you how close you came to losing everything. But alongside that weight came something else: clarity. She had faced the moment where running would have been easier, where surrendering to panic would have felt natural, and she had chosen otherwise. Not because she was fearless, but because she understood that courage is not the absence of fear, it is action in its presence. That lesson does not fade, it becomes part of you. This story is not about defeating a lion, it is about confronting the primal reality of survival. It is about what happens when preparation meets chaos, when instinct clashes with terror, and when a human being is forced to make irreversible decisions in seconds. The weapons mattered, the training mattered, but what mattered most was her refusal to collapse under fear. In the wild, there are no second chances, no reset button, no safety net. Every choice carries weight, and every hesitation has consequences. This encounter exposed that truth with brutal honesty. It reminded her, and anyone who hears this story, that nature does not negotiate, it tests. And yet, within that unforgiving environment emerges something remarkable: resilience, the human capacity to adapt, to endure, to push through pain when logic says you should already be gone. Survival is not heroic in the cinematic sense. It is messy, violent, exhausting, and deeply personal, but it is real. As she finally reached her vehicle and allowed herself to rest, the adrenaline drained away, leaving behind a quiet understanding. She would never be the same person who stepped into that grassland earlier that day. That version of her existed in a world where danger was theoretical. Now, danger had a face, a sound, a weight, and she had lived through it. The lion's charge did not define her by fear, it defined her by response. For those who witnessed this story, what lingers is not the violence, but the stillness afterward, the silence where reflection takes root, the space where one asks, "What would I have done?" That question is powerful because it strips away comfort and exposes instinct. It reminds us that beneath modern safety and distance from nature, the rules of survival still exist. This conclusion is not an ending, it is a reminder. The wild does not care who you are. Fear will find you when you least expect it, and when it does, you will discover something essential about yourself. Whether you run, freeze, or stand your ground will shape everything that follows. She didn't run that day, not because she wanted to fight, but because survival demanded it. And sometimes, standing your ground is the only way to stay alive.